If you couldn't tell from my messy hair and my puffy eyes, I just woke up from sleep, but I had a dream in which the AI gods told me that the first thing I had to do was record this video for the enlightenment of the general public. Let's talk about the oracle of the artificial intelligence world and answer some questions about the thing that answers all questions, ChatGPT3. Artificial intelligence can have many different manifestations. You can see very specific applications of AI, such as building a chess playing engine, such as building computer vision that you need to navigate self-driving cars. You can use AI to do facial recognition. Need I remind you that Google engineer Blake Lemoine, because of the breakthroughs he was witnessing with Google's language model for dialogue applications, or Lambda for short, or Google's large language based chatbot AI, was convinced that the chatbot or the AI model was sentient. Anyway, I'm not here to spook anybody. I truly think that ChatGPT 3 in what it has become is an amazing discovery for mankind. And yes, I'm calling it a discovery because you can't really invent an AI model. You just let it do what it needs to do. You just throw a bunch of data at it, let it learn the way it wants to learn, and then you praise and applaud the thing that it becomes. So yes, I am going to call it a discovery. Anyway, what's great about OpenAI's ChatGPT 3 is that it lets you query its vast pool of knowledge in a very conversational way. And its ability to truly understand what you're asking it and then come up with a response that fits the bill is what makes it incredibly powerful. Think about the most basic, dumb way to query information. Think about writing SQL commands to query data out of a database. You have to tell a database interface exactly what you want out of the database in the form of SQL commands, and you can't even get semicolons or quotations wrong, otherwise the computer interface is going to barf in your face. Now take that a step further, or maybe multiple steps further, and you have the Google search engine. Google will apply a lot of intelligence actually to interpret the kind of search terms that you throw into its search bar, and it's going to give you a lot of suggestions that it thinks are relevant for you. But what you essentially get back is search result hits on all the different web pages that are indexed on Google's system. You still have to apply your human intelligence to read through the titles or maybe the blurbs or maybe the excerpts from those web pages that have had a hit on your search terms to figure out the perfect web page that you need to go into to get the information that you are looking for. But with ChatGPT 3, you can have a conversation that will let you hone in on exactly the piece of information, or not even the piece of information, the deliverable. It can be an article, it can be a computer program, whatever it is that you're trying to get to. And the great thing about a conversation is whatever I'm saying to you now is going to get stored in the context of that conversation and will inform everything else that we exchange between the two of us from this point onwards. And OpenAI went through hell and back in order to train this ChatGPT 3 model. ChatGPT 3 was trained on 570 gigabytes of data from various web texts and Wikipedia articles and other sources, which is equivalent to 300 billion words. Now, that is still eclipsed by the amount of porn you have on your hard drive, but that is an unfathomable amount of data to be training a language model on. And OpenAI also threw in human trainers in the mix to help rank responses and help train ChatGPT 3 to become a friendly conversational bot that could be useful to getting to exactly what you wanted to know. And yeah, also kudos to Microsoft for lending the Azure infrastructure to help perform a lot of this training on. Now, for all the amazing things that ChatGPT 3 can do for you, it does have a lot of limitations. The ChatGPT 3 model is trained with data that is relevant as of 2021, so any events and any information that gets added to the internet beyond that date is not going to make it to the knowledge base of ChatGPT 3. For example, if you were to ask ChatGPT 3 if Messi of Argentina hoisted the World Cup in 2022, it simply won't be able to answer you because it doesn't know. But in my opinion, if it's a predicting machine that is worth its salt, it should have been able to give you a resounding yes, because why not? Messi's the GOAT, the undisputed champ. ChatGPT 3 also, for very good reason, is not allowed to talk to the internet, and therefore it cannot make API calls for you. So asking it something that is a very simple Google search away, such as what is the weather like in Chicago today, ChatGPT 3 is simply not going to be able to help you out because it's not going to be able to make the API calls to any weather services to get you that information. Now, because ChatGPT 3 is this expansive repertoire of knowledge that is accessible by anybody and everybody because it's a conversational chatbot. I truly think that everybody should start to think about how they can use ChatGPT3 to enhance whatever work that they're doing at their workplaces. If you're a software engineer, you can use ChatGPT3 to bootstrap applications no matter what the tech stack very, very easily. You can give ChatGPT3 a section of code and you can debug that code with ChatGPT3 together. If you do any form of writing for your job, say writing social media posts, doing copywriting, or even writing news articles, ChatGPT3 can save you hours potentially in terms of time. So go out there, play around with ChatGPT3, make sure it's a friend and not a foe so you don't get left behind the technological curve of development. That's all for today. I will see you all in the next video.